Quick tutorial of this tailor-made 488 Pista. It's a really cool example, probably my favorite that I delivered. One of my top Pistas that I've delivered. This is a one-off silver, Argento green, Blue America livery with a little yellow accent there. We've got matte carbon everywhere. Sebastian Vettel and I think Charles Leclerc. Kimi Raikkonen, I can't remember. Got our painted shield. Just a really pretty spec. Inside is all matte carbon. Jean Zardine fabric on the seats, give the little vintage race car feel. Just a really cool car. Got our tailor-made there in the footwell. So, first thing to know about really any Ferrari is the charging cable. So the charging cable here connects with a magnet. On the Pista, it's a little bit different connection for the lithium battery. So you place that right there. That's right. You can see the pad there. It just magnetizes right on there. Underneath the front bonnet, option plate. This car has a second set of mats. Got our paint color there. And here we'll have our toolkit. Hope to never have to use either of these, and this will be our spare tire inflator. It's Ferrari approved. You'll also get a 2-year warranty with this as well. So on the key, we've got unlock, block, front bonnet, and then our dome lights. Little squeeze in there. Move the seat back to a respectable position. All right, so we'll start in the door panel. Door panel, you'll have your switch for the mirrors. So left, right, then a lock position. You can fold the mirrors here as well. On the door, you will have your front bonnet, and then this will be your fuel door. Go ahead and put it in accessory mode. So on the left side here, we're gonna have our pad that will control the screen here. So this is your left side TFT, right side TFT, which is controlled right here. So put our lights into auto, turn them off. We've got our front lift. On this side, we've got a button for the camera. We'll click OK. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my keypad to navigate this screen. So I've got, this is my vehicle data. So you're gonna have your water temp, oil temp. Click over, I'm gonna have my oil pressure, battery voltage, then I'm gonna have my tire pressure, tire temps. Those can fluctuate quite a bit. And then I've got my speedometer there as well. Click back right here, gets us to this main screen. I'll click over to go to trip. We can press and hold this to clear. Press and hold to clear. Our VDA. So in VDA, we'll have a visual representation of the temperature of all the systems on your car. So you'll have your gearbox temp, your brakes, your tires, your motor. All that will be represented with either a blue, a green whenever it's warm, yellow whenever it's getting too hot, and then red if you need to stop. Typically we don't see too much of the yellow or the red, if at all. I don't think I've ever seen yellow. All right, here, this is our Manettino. So our VDA screen will show us what's going on with the Manettino. Switch that back. So your vehicle dynamics screen. So if I put it in wet, which I've just done, you'll see everything reduces. Basically what everything means here, you'll have F1 traction, which is your forward traction control. So if you're going in a straight line, that determines how much traction control is offered. So right now, because it's all the way at the left side, 1 bar, it will be maximum traction control because we're in wet. E differentials, how quickly the differential locks. You know, the severity will go up as we go through these Manettino positions. F1 DC is your gearbox. ESC is your side slip control. ABS is how quickly the ABS engages, and SCM is your suspension. So right now we're in super soft. I'm gonna flip it up into sport. See, everything gets a little bit more aggressive. Race even more. CT off. So CT off will essentially let you slide the car until it senses that something's wrong. Once it does that, it will step in and hopefully save you from whatever situation you've put yourself into. ESC off will turn your traction control and stability control completely off. It will also you know, make the differential as aggressive as possible. So you're gonna have a little bit better turn in. Full beans mode. Let's see here. So another great button with most Ferraris is gonna be this. This is our suspension. It basically makes the suspension, whatever mode you're in, is the softest setting. So you can be in race or in CT off. Hit this button and it goes to full soft. This side we've got a lap timer, got our turbo gauge. So in turbo we're gonna have our boost, turbo response, turbo efficiency. Settings, we will have our dimming control, right display lets me go to digital or speedometer. I'm going to change it to digital. Date and hour, language, measurement units, car settings, so you can go through when the doors lock and unlock, your auto hazards, leave that stock. Service shows us when our service is due. Service is going to be due once a year every 12,500 miles. And then we have our calibrate TPMS button. I'm not going to do this, so I don't have to recalibrate it, but if you do get a flat tire, or you know, you go out to the garage and your tire's a little bit low, excuse me, you can first refill your tires, then you're going to press this button. On a Pista, you would just drive it for, I believe it's about 100 yards or so, and then it should reset. And that's it for this screen. You've got quick access to your VDA or your turbo screen there. You've also got a pit speed. This is your cruise control, so you can click it, it'll set it, and then up and down, resume, all that good stuff. Behind the steering wheel, kind of hard to see, but I've got a volume button. Turn that down. And then I've also got a voice control. So there's a center button back here. So you can see it there. So the center button, and the up and down. On the front side, you'll have our turn signals. This will be your brights, so you can push it back to flash or push it forward and it will stay on. You've got your windshield wipers. You press it once forward, that'll turn into automatic. Setting 1, I believe there's 3 automatic settings, and then you've got your severe rain settings past that. To spray, you'll press and hold back. I use just the center of my fingertip to press and hold. I like to kind of go from the side if I'm going to slow down the windshield wipers, so I kind of just lightly press it back to slow them down. On this side, let's start up here. So we've got our lock and unlock for the doors. This is an interior alarm. We use it on the showroom. That's about it. You've got your dome lights. I think this is your start stop for the motor. On this pod here, I've already shown you the camera button, so you can switch to your camera views. So in this pod, we'll hit back. So we've got back, options view, main, power on and off, volume, and then this is your joystick to kind of go through everything. You can push it up, you can push it down, move it around, or you can spin it. So we've got our radio, so we'll click radio, we'll hit list, and it will give us all of our stations that are available. We'll go to favorites, and we can press and hold. So I'm on this list. Go back to strong stations, so I can press and hold any of these. Let's do that. So let's do this one. So now it's a favorite. I want to get rid of it. Press and hold again. Now it's gone. So whenever it is a favorite, go to favorites, and now it's there. Back to strong stations, and it's gone because I got rid of it by holding it. To change your media, you can click up on there, and that will bring you to this where it's highlighted. And I can change from XM, AM, FM. And click back to go down to these buttons here. There's also on the back of the steering wheel right here, the center button will change those modes as well. So as you can see, it'll cycle through, and then it'll go to media if I've got that connected as well. You've also got an up and down, so you can change radio stations or change a song, whatever you'd like to do. So I'm going to hit back. I'm going to go to media. Then I can set a phone up if I like. I'm not going to do that today. You just click yes, kind of go through the menu. You'll go to your phone on the Bluetooth settings and set it up from there. Navigation. Got all your options here. Destination entry, pretty simple. You just click it, kind of go through there, or I can use the voice activation here behind the steering wheel on the left side. We got phone. Again, I can click it, go through the pairing process. Not going to do that today. Click back. I've got my setup, so I've got display. Change these, display mode auto, audio. I've got all my audio settings here. Previous owner didn't listen to the radio at all, so none of those have been messed with at all. And then phone and audio, system information is going to have all your system info. One little cool option here is I can press and hold this, and it'll switch me over to just the digital speedometer. Then I can put whatever I want. So I can do VDA on this side, and then I've got my speedo on this side, and then it'll show all of your radio information at the bottom, which right now it's just wanting to connect to a device. So you've got whatever you choose on this side, and then you can have your speedo on that side with your radio on and everything else rolling. Underneath here, you'll have on your mirror, you'll have your home link. You press and hold the outside too. This will flash a lot. Once that starts flashing, it's okay to pair because you've reset everything. Usually to reset, you just hold this in your remote and that will reset it. For the air conditioning, pretty simple. Just hit auto, set it to whatever temperature you like, or you've got your fan speed here. This is your front defroster, rear defroster. No, that's not rear defroster. I don't remember what that is. I think that might be the mirror. We'll figure that out later. We've got mono, so it just gets controlled by this side versus the dual climate control. And then you can change the direction of the climate control as well there. I've got reverse auto launch control. For launch control, you will put the car, I believe, in race or CT off. Left foot on the brake, first gear, hit this PS button, foot all the way to the floor, and then release the brake, and it'll you can hear the revs kind of hold, and then it will launch you forward. I don't suggest using it too often. It's a little brutal. Our mirrors, our windows are right here. We've got our emergency flashers up and down for the mirrors. We've got a USB back here, and then a 9-volt. Because this is a Pista, we don't have any glove box. So, pretty cool. This interior is incredible. Got this 3D technical fabric down here too, which is pretty cool. Same on the carpets. Nice little touch. We've got our carpet on the doors, on the door sills. Here's our technical fabric. Just a cool Pista. That's about it.